It is the 17th of March 2015 and this is Astrofx Technical Tuesday Volume 23.
This guy's Volume 23. Now we're approaching the first quarter of the year. Now for everybody who had their New Year's resolutions, we do hope that everybody is progressing throughout the year, you know, even if it's giving up smoking, drinking, want to get back into the gym, want to get into trading. Trading's the one we're always interested in, people who want to get into trading. We had a lot of people just before Christmas messages and say, yeah, my New Year's resolution is to some point get into trading. So guys, first quarter of the year is nearly over, so we hope you are on the way to your goals already.
That's right, even if it's improving trading or you know what it takes to get where you want to be. So hopefully if it's not too late, like Sean said, to start right now. Now wait, before we get into Technical Tuesdays, I'm sure for those that follow us on Instagram at Astroforex, you actually seen that me and Sean had a little race today. We're actually on the way to work, to the office, this office right here. The way that we actually travel from two different sides of the motorway or highway, as many of you call it in America.
Two different sides of the M6.
Yep, and basically I was messaging Sean like, because I've actually got a tracker on my phone, and I actually said, oh, we're about the same distance apart, so £500. This cheeky guy goes, I'll raise to 1,000. So I just want to say, guess who won? Of course, it was me. So Sean, £1,000, please. Come on, I want to see £1,000. I'll wait for this video for you to give me £1,000.
It's a real bet, but however, wait for it. Because he was in the R8. R8's a little bit faster than Maserati.
Oh, so blame it.
I'm going to deduct £50. I give him £950.
I'm going £950.
You can take £950.
It's actually real as well, guys. It's all real. It's all real. I'm happy with that. Now let's move on to hot topics. So we sat here and thought, what should we discuss on this Technical Tuesday? We know that our following again is growing. Last video we had like 1,400 views, so yeah, many of you.
Great wrap up last week, by the way, guys. So if you haven't seen that, you know, we worked well on about the Eurjpy for a few weeks now, and they all came through. Over 1,700 pips banked, and a little bit more as well, which I'll go through later on. So it was a great wrap up.
That's right. And on YouTube we've had like, I think, 40 plus videos ranging from Technical Tuesdays to different kind of videos talking about different aspects of Forex, or you know, just in life generally.
Yeah.
We've been on social media for 12 months, and so we've actually been thinking about the feedback we actually get. And I do respect everyone that actually leaves us positive feedback, and I'm proud to say we actually do get about 95% positive feedback. Yeah. But of course we get 5% just general hate,
which is natural and natural in the world where we're living in a world of polarity. For every positive there's a negative, so it is natural. But yeah, we do thank everybody for those positive viewpoints and so on, which, and even the constructive negative ones as well. But a lot of them that we do hear time and time again. Now we've heard them over and over again, so today we're going to debunk the Astrofx myths, because a lot of them are just plain, sorry for swearing, shit.
That's right. So we made this week's hot topic Astrofx rumors and myths. So yeah, we know many of you probably have certain particular questions you want to ask us, or topics, and the way that me and Sean are, we're very, very positive people, I promise you. This guy even wrote a book on positivity.
Indeed, guys, you know, through our journey, it wasn't the hardest journey ever, but there was always scraping, looking for different ways, and mainly looking into the mindset of people who have achieved great success overall. And the main aspect of success is, first of all, forget all the material stuff outside. That comes as a, you know, counterpart. It's all about being happy in yourself first. You know, it's all about the intention you give out, because it does come back to you. So again, we're going to go through that now. Yeah,
we've chosen around about, I think, roughly 4 or 5 major topics that again sometimes just come up, and you know, we want to address them. So this is the video.
It's just boring repetition. So
that's right.
You know, after having a great 1,700 pips, we were done for the month. I've got some pairs I'm going to go over, some new pairs in fact. But yeah, we're going to address these main topics that we hear over and over again. And again, guys, take what you need from it and just think. You know, just think for yourself. Just think.
Right. I think first we should always talk about happiness.
Yes.
Because I think happiness is such a easy concept to think, but it's actually hard to actually get there.
Yeah, many people expect happiness in life when they say, okay, once I get here, I will be happy. However, it doesn't work like that, because you'll be forever chasing. It's like in Forex when you say, once I get my account from 5k to maybe 30k, I'll start trading properly and trade my trading plan. It doesn't work like that, guys. You have to start, you have to be comfortable with where you are right now, and then progress slowly onwards.
I promise, me and Sean are the type of people where you can say anything to us, and we're just that happy in life. Like, I wake up every morning and people say, oh, you have nice cars, you have nice things, you get to go nice places, you've got nice business. But I promise you, happiness is in myself. I wake up every day and the first thing I say to myself is, I'm blessed. There's not one thing this person on a planet, there's not one person on this planet that can say something bad to me, that gets to me. There's literally not.
With that being said, you know, I can say something tonight and be like, whatever, because when someone does say something negative to you and then people do react, you know, quick and fast, like blah 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 blah, like to give their 2 cents back, they've mainly got a grudge within themselves, and it sparks that fire within themselves to obviously regurgitate lots of negativity back. So it's not really a win-win situation. However, happiness overall for us now is achieving goals, even little goals here and there. It's the achievement of step-by-step goals, and mainly it's waking up each and every day without somebody, you know, having to be somewhere, without a boss overall. And that's what trading's all about, working for yourself. Yeah, you
have no one telling you when to go to the toilet, when to go home, you know, when to go on a holiday or vacation.
Just deadlines in general, really.
That's true, and this is not taking anything away from working full time. A lot of our students have actually come from a full-time background, but they've just come in a different mindset where they've just been like, this is my situation now, but it's not what it's going to be.
They're thinking in the terms of longevity, and longevity doesn't come overnight. At first we did think longevity will come overnight. However, you know, we went through certain lessons which then, you know, fed to us the outcome that it's not going to be that easy. So a lot of our students, as Matt said, they're always thinking about, and again, you know, how we trade and how we say to other people, it's not an overnight thing. You have to 6 months, 12 months, 18, it depends on you as a person.
I think you should explain the EJ story. I think that there's a particular story which basically sums up why we think that we probably are some of the most controversial traders ever.
Okay, so it was before Christmas. It was in November, actually.
Set the scene, Sean. Set the scene.
It was in November.
It's a cold November.
Cold morning, because we didn't really trade throughout December. November, and we were looking at, again, certain pairs. EJ is one of our favourite, right? So Twitter, we're always active on Twitter. All our Twitter followers know that we're constantly posting on Twitter charts and whatnot. We just try to keep it charts now, I know. We just want to keep it straight to the point. However, before we went to sleep, okay, we were short on the Euro Yen. And Euro Yen, this is why we're going short. Well, put it on, went to sleep. As not to say we wake up happy anyway. However, woke up extra happy because sometimes when I got trades on, I just have to wake up throughout the night and check them. It's just like a natural thing. It's like, oh my god, what's going on? Anyway, woke up around just before 9 actually, and my Euro Yen trade had fell just over 130 pips. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to close it. Had a nice bit of profit before 9 a.m. Now, I used to work. I know what working's like. I've worked since I've been finished school. I know what working's like. And just to have that feeling of waking up to a nice, I'm not going to say how much it is, but it was a nice chunk anyway. You know, you feel happy in yourself because you work for something and now it's paying off. And I went back to sleep after that. Said, okay, I'm going to have a little bit of a lie in. Woke up. Check my Twitter, and some of my friends also witnessed this, and I know they'll remember this. Check my Twitter, and one guy's like, "Oh my God, Astrofx, hashtag scam, blah 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 blah, all this crap." I was like, "Okay, what's this guy's problem?" And I've actually gone onto his Twitter account. I checked out his profile, and it became evident why he was so mad. He was mad because the same night, around the same time, he bought Euro Yen, and it didn't go in his favour. I woke up to profit, he woke up to stop loss, and he was mad, and he wanted to regurgitate that anger out on me because I did something that he didn't. Yeah, and we see this time and time again.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a natural reaction for you to be failing at something and it's not going well, but instead of thinking, okay, you know what, I'm going to get there one day, it's just an instant, oh, there's this to pick out, there's that to pick out. And I always say it's critics with no credentials. So, you know, we haven't really ever had anything, you know, like negative of someone we actually respect or someone that we actually know is doing well. It's always people that are doing, you know, not so well.
Or twice our age.
Oh yeah,
twice our age, because we're young as well. So how can these guys do this with no experience in the industry? What industry is there really for Forex?
I remember that one.
Yeah,
someone was like, "Where's you haven't worked in the bank in 10 years?
Yeah,
How could you possibly be a trader?"
It's all about technicals, and we We display this over and over again. It's the core aspect of technical analysis. Risk management's another aspect we're going to get to soon. But yeah,
I was going to say, I promise we spend more time on charts than someone that probably works in a bank. You know, ever for the last 5, nearly 6 years, we woke up, we nearly spending countless hours.
Countless hours, not even making anything, just losing. That's
it. It's the way it was. It's just the way it was for a long time. And because we just were two persistent SOBs, we just carried on and we just weren't going to quit. And that's why we're here today. So yeah, that's like Sean's EJ story, just a comparison to a lot of reasons why we get some negative feedback.
Yeah, a lot of negative feedback. I just also like to add that even when me and Nat weren't doing too well in the market, we would see somebody and we would like to speak to them. We would like to gain information from them in order to better ourselves. Not be like, oh my god, you got this trade right, I hate your guts. There's like two ways in that. It's like, as I said, it's all about the intention you give out. It's going to come back to you. So you're not ever going to achieve your own wealth. Now everybody has a different definition of wealth at the end of the day. Our definition of wealth is once you build yourself as an asset and you've got something to give to other people, then you are, you know, very, very wealthy. You know, material things overall, they can be swiped away, and what have you got left?
It's true.
So it's something that you have to build, and it comes with experience overall.
The most happiness I've actually got is actually helping other people in this business.
That's why we're here again. There's people who try and hate on us and post things and spend so much time posting irrelevant junk that isn't even real, and they know it's not real as well, but they still want to come through it, and we're still here putting the face to our business, giving you guys top quality technical analysis so you can make the pips.
That's right. Now, like I said earlier, we're going to go through about, I think, 4 major things or 5 major things. Number 1, let's please dead this rumor, rented cars. I don't know where this rumor came from. Well, I actually do know where it came from. It came from very, very spiteful people. But again, you know, we've heard it time and time again. Astrofx rented vehicles, rented this, rented that. Okay. Guys, if you actually go through our YouTube, I promise you, the whole thing's there. From picking up the car, we have a video effing buying the car at the garage, to getting number plate put on it, to then getting the car wrapped, you know, everything. And it's just I don't understand what goes through people's minds. But yeah, we have the whole journey on both the vehicles on our YouTube, so I really don't understand where this rumor comes from.
Yeah, even today, me and Nat, we met up after we had our little race. Met Nat, hungry, always hungry, always hungry. I went to get some food, parts of the cars and whatnot. Got the laptop out, checked some open trades. Just getting a ticket, and one guy walked past. He's like, "Are they your cars?" He was like,
"Wow." This is 2 different scenarios. Which
two different scenarios. This is the first scenario. One guy came up to us. He's like, "Oh, respect, guys. They're your cars and whatnot." And a lot of time people do say, "Oh, really nice cars," but we don't like say, "Yeah, amazing" and whatnot. It's like, yeah, they're all right. You know, they're all right cars. But again, this isn't our end goal. At the end of the day, we got to have fun in this market. It's all about the freedom.
I remember what he said. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna be there myself one day." And I was just like, I hope you do. I really hope you do. That he walked past the car, said, "Really nice cars. I love it, and I'm gonna get myself one very, very soon." I went, "I hope you do." Yeah. And then what the other scenario was?
So we left out to eat. We just grabbed a drink around the corner before coming in to do some work at the gym and whatnot. And Nat was in front of me. He drove around the corner. I drove around the corner. 3 guys who work over maybe in a bank or something. I'm not too sure. Probably heading back, going into work. And one at the front with his little mates, like, rental. I was like, alright mate. I would never ever dream of saying something negative out of my mouth to another person that, one, I don't know. I don't know what they're all about. I don't know what they're giving back to other people, and so on. And I just drove past. It's just useless. And again, it's all about that intention. Now, words have power at the end of the day, and it's going to come back to you.
I was gonna point out, like, I remember we drive around Birmingham quite a lot, and I think it was last week or the week before, we were driving around, and this guy that I know pulled up in an event indoor. I know him, I've met him a few times, and he pulled up in an event indoor, and do you know what I did? I was in the RA, I got my phone out, and I was like, I'm gonna take a picture of your car.
It was on Snapchat.
Oh yeah, always appreciating someone else doing well, and like, you're doing well, fair play to you. I'm gonna shake hands, I'm gonna wish you the best, and we're just gonna move forward. But again, I should explain 2 different scenarios of looking at things. And to dead this rumor again, we have our cars every single day in our office, and if people want to think that we pay £400-500 every single day,
be my guest, because that's like what, 10 to 15k a month, average salary a month. You know, if you want to think that, then think that. However, think for yourself. I'm not even 25. I can't even rent a car unless it was like some little Kia or something like that, and I want to just run around. I'm not even 25 yet, so just think for yourself at the end of the day.
I was going to say, like, every single student that comes along, we had a student that come a few days ago, Antonio. we went Nando's with him, and I took him out in the car. Like, you know, every single student that comes, every single student that comes, get to see the cars. And even if you're not a student, you want to come for a consultation, you're more than welcome. But yeah, I hate this rumor just because it just does my head in, and just again, people are just so narrow-minded, and again, they just want to bring on the negativity, bring on their spite, and they're not actually considering the facts.
Yeah, all in all, and again, we've only heard rumours around. Just focus on what we're about, technical analysis. I've not yet seen anybody say anything bad about it. Okay, and our coaching mindset overall, in which we always encourage people to do better. When we try to motivate people, and all you can come with is rented cars. Like, you really need to just like step back, have a little sit down.
True. So yeah, hopefully we don't hear that one again, but I know we will. But it's cool. Remember, positive thinking. We're very blessed. Number 2, my FX book. Oh, my FX book.
Controversy.
This is a good controversial subject. All right, my FX book. Let me just
take them back.
Yeah, let me just rewind. Let me rewind to 11 months ago, before we got into the teaching business. Again, me and Shaw have been trading for nearly 6 years now. And before we go into the teaching business, let me just tell a story. Before entering any business, what do? You look at your competitors and you see what can you do. Number 1, better. Number 2, different. And the one thing that we've seen, that there was no education or kind of training, forex, whatever.
It was just a sham. There was no innovation there whatsoever. So we came in.
People's best version of results were a print screen on their phone, and they put that on the website, on the results page. I've seen that before.
Yeah, terrible. In terms of that, crazy. We came in thinking, because the only reason we got into it is because we knew had so much potential behind us, mainly from our bad experiences which we're open about. And we put a face to everything. We said, okay, we can do a lot better than this, so let's go for it. However, none of these people are actually proven that they make money from Forex. And we've seen it through our experience, and we failed from paying other people to help us who are not profitable themselves. So this is why we said, let's put something up there. Yeah,
so what we did was, before we got into teaching, we thought, okay, let me make one thing very clear, which will surprise a lot of people. Any accounts that you've seen on our Instagram, on our YouTube, on our MyFX book, they are not even a personal account.
Yes.
I promise you, I will never ever show or reveal a personal account of mine. It's like letting someone look into your bank account, and we're not about that. So before we got into teaching, we thought, okay, what makes us different? Let's actually show people that money can be made. So we went and put some money in an account, and we could afford to lose it. That's what people don't get. They're like, it's very, very risky, and it's this and it's that. We sat there and we said, okay, we can afford to risk it. Let's just go for it. Let's just show what the best in this business, that's what we believe the best in this business can do. And we made over 400%, over 600%. But again, people can't look at the £80,000 real money withdrawal. They can only look at, but they risked this much, and they were down this much, and they were up this much. And again, it's just...
And when we actually did the first post about my FX book, actually, we did say this is just an example. Just an example. We do not follow this. People saying, you don't teach risk management. We focus on technical analysis overall. Risk management has about 2 pages in our booklet, and we test the students on risk management on certain scenarios and certain stop loss placements and so on. And it's a simple calculation. That's like an insult to our intelligence overall. All of our technical analysis, we say, do not take this as gospel. Be careful trading. You can risk 1%, 3%, 10%, 20%. It's completely up to you.
That's right.
That's just a calculation you have to do in your head.
So once again, the MyFX book will create it as an example. Say that again. As an example of what can be done in this market with a lot of experience, knowledge, and just going for it. But again, people take it in the wrong way. They say this and say that. Yeah. But again, we are yet to see any kind of educators actually posting MyFX book. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people with my FX book, and that's when I'll actually take a step back and share with Sean, and we just applaud them. We would applaud them and respect them for saying, okay, you know what, you put yourself out there, you showed your withdrawals, you showed your live account, and I would actually encourage you to go learn off them. We're not the only FX teachers on the planet.
The main reason why we actually did that is because we've had so many horror stories and bodies come to see us, okay, after going down other places, which we're going to get into in a moment, and say, I give this guy 6k, for education. All I learned was how to draw a line, fundamentals, just junk. We did it as a warning to just ask people and just think as well, because many people get led astray in this market. Just think, okay, is this guy profitable himself before teaching me stuff? Because you come to this market and it is quite overwhelming. There's so many different things. You can get given a handful of things and you think, oh yeah, I've got it now. You know, you need to really just think and go to somebody who just ask them, you know, are they profitable overall?
Ask for my FX book. Number one, it's free. Number two, it takes a few minutes. So number three, there should be no excuses.
Yeah.
So again, you know, we challenge people. We challenge other providers out there. If you want to criticize our verified results, you best have some to back it up. But I know you haven't. So that's just the way it is. Again, that's what my FX
it's
book
just
was there for.
Nitpick at the end of the day, and you can say that we don't take on funds to manage. If we wanted to take on funds to manage, I can put some results on there now with very low drawdown, and we're going to be doing that soon.
Yeah, hopefully in the next few weeks.
We aim this year is to, you know, go about traveling and just give you an insight and motivation again into how what freedom trading can bring overall, and we're doing some live trades in different places and so on. So
I think we're the only guys out there that actually published a video on YouTube actually showing the real account, showing a trade being closed.
We did banking with Astro, but we thought, you know, we're young guys in the centre of a big city. Now we don't want all these people, just obvious reasons, and we did a whole month wrap up of the risk, how much we made, the risk reward profiles, the screenshots of the trade, the journal, and we made like, what was it, 20,000 in a month or something. I think it was back in September.
Go check it out on our YouTube, it's all there.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, we were the only ones to do that. So unless you actually can come with something better, or you have verified results of your own, you're only trying to be a critic because you haven't got them yourself. So yeah, that's my FX book deaded. Ask for my FX book, see if someone's profitable, and then invest in them. Otherwise,
and also I just like to drop in there, the MyFX book was a short period of time. When we first got into the office, we were like, okay, let's do this. Do you really think we've been trading for like just a month, 2 months?
Yeah, that was 75 to 80,000 pounds.
Yeah, so 75 to 80,000 pounds. That's what I used to earn when I was working. Would have took me probably 6 years. 6 years to actually earn that kind of money. But again, look out for what we're going to bring to you soon, and we're going to be more open and flexible about our verified trades. Low risk, that's fine. That's right, it's cool.
Okay, so the next thing. So overall, to wrap everything up, how do we feel about scam posts? How do we feel about online blogs? How do we feel about people writing stuff about us online? And again, just to backtrack another story, you know, to describe our first ever student that we've actually had.
Okay. So just March, April, yeah, about a year ago actually. Probably April 2014. I remember I came into the office and someone alerted me to some post, and that was a way I think he was dealing with. That's when we actually got the Maserati.
Day that we were the Maserati.
Yeah, so I was waiting for Nat in the office, and someone brought my attention to some post. Now I've read this post, and it was just shambles. Somebody, I think I know who it is, had said they took the Astrofx course.
Wait, took it before. 3 weeks before we even started doing courses.
Before the first book was ever printed, or the first course. They took the Astrofx course, they weren't happy, and just a load of other crap basically, and it's on a consumer website where literally I could just go on there now, I could post Nat's face and I'd be like, I hate Nat, he's a scammer, he did not fill up the petrol tank this morning. You know, I
could do one about my own mum if I wanted to.
Nat could do one about his mum.
It's just opinion based. But again, one thing I want to prove to you when it's about facts is there's not one student of Astrofx, because we take pictures with our students, you know we do. There's not one student that's come out and said, I've took the course, this is me, and I hate the course, I didn't learn anything. There's not one.
Yeah.
But there's people that before we even got into the teaching business, trying to you know, stir some stuff, and that's when we made a decision. We can either back off because, you know, people are going to speak about us, or we can carry on and not just give it F, and that's what we've done.
Indeed, just embrace it overall, because once you put yourself out there, that's what's going to happen. As I said, that law of polarity, you're going to get the negative and the positive.
I think someone the other day created a scam post. I sat there laughing my head off for about a good 40 minutes. They said, because we have tattoos and stuff, we can't give analysis.
Look at these guys, look at how they tie their ties.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know how I tie my tie, but I think it's the right way anyway. This guy's got a tattoo. How can he be doing analysis? These are just narrow-minded people who have got a lot to learn in life, and still, again, we'll never really build our own wealth because
that's it. And just to again, before we go into technicals, just to top the whole thing off, I want to talk about being original. And I want to ask you guys, all you guys watching this video, all 1,000, 2,000 people that watch this video, let's go back 11, 12 months. Who on social media, when it comes to Forex, had even posted technical charts? Who had even posted a before and after? Until me and Sean did in the Astrofx team. Who actually went out their way to make Technical Tuesday videos for free to tell you what we thought was going to happen for the week ahead? Nobody. And then now people have watched us and they're trying to duplicate the same. Who had made a banking Astro video showing that it's a real account? Who had even told you about my FX book? And again, guys, this is not us, blowing our own trumpet. Throughout the whole Technical Tuesdays on Instagram, we're very humble people. But I just want to make you aware that we are the ones that actually made this market, especially online and on big social platforms, to put themselves in gear and actually try and compete when it comes to technicals, before and afters, YouTube, everything.
That's it, guys. That's it. So overall, these scam posts, these Instagrams, they put so much time and energy into all of it. And again, you just get the sour one. Someone even commented on my glasses, this guy thinks he's smart. Now, these glasses, I don't know if you know.
I don't know if you want to tell him how much it is.
These are Adidas. This guy's got some cheap-ass glasses to make him look smart. Actually, I got these glasses with the, I can't remember the name, the lenses, because I'm always on the computer looking at charts. Again, to deliver you guys some technical analysis. But Adidas, if you don't know what Adidas are, you can go and ask Mayweather.
Yeah, okay. That's the glasses he wears. When Sean told me how much he paid for these glasses, I actually couldn't believe it myself.
Yeah.
But that's just the way it is. People.
But overall, in terms of scam posts, people will go onto these scam posts and be like, "Who are Astrofx?" And they'll go and view our work, and they'll be like, "Wow, we've had a lot of people who've done the course and says, I came across you on the scam post." It's like great SEO. It's like if
it's
anyone,
free SEO.
Yeah, free SEO. Anybody with half a brain will go on there and say, let me check these guys out, and they would see our work, they would see our videos in comparison to what other junks out there, and they'll come to us and help us. We never beg course, we didn't need to do that.
There's not one person that actually persuaded to do the course. That's one thing that a lot of people don't know. You can ask how much the course is, we tell you, we give you our opinion, we give you loads of free help, but everyone that does the course, it's up to them. But yeah, a lot of people have actually come from just people talking about Astro.
So carry on talking, all publicity, any publicities, any good or bad publicity is great at the end of the day. So you can carry on doing your thing, we're just going to do our thing, but end of the day, you probably ain't winning, so it's fine. It's
probably 23 Technical Tuesdays, the first time we thought we just had to address it. We want to address it again, so if you do know anyone that wants to, ask anything about the topics, time to watch this video. That's it. That's Astrofx in a nutshell. That's the rumors. That's everything. That's who we are. Two just humble people that appreciate. We went through some hard times, and we know that our life experience and knowledge can help other people. And we are here, but we expect everyone to say negative things. We expect positivity. But you know what? I have to give a shout out to everyone on Snapchat. Everyone on Snapchat. We have some incredible people on Snapchat, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, everything. That every single day will message me going, "You guys inspire me. You guys motivate me. You guys are who I want to be. You guys, when I finish university, I'm going to come to your office."
Yeah, even I have many people actually saying, "I wish I had haters. I wish I had some haters. But take them. Do what you want with them. That's fine."
Yeah.
And even say to our students as well, when you do start posting stuff, you are going to get little trolls and little, I don't know the word for it, but whatever. We put that aside. We focus on what the thing that really gets me is that, as I say, just to wrap things up, is we don't really let things get to us, but it's just the lies, the fake things people come out with, but you will still come and watch our videos. This is the thing. You will still come and you will watch our technical analysis, and you will apply it to your own chart, and you will potentially make money off it, and you're still mad. So with that being said, we're positive people overall. We're going to continue what we're doing. We've got a lot to come for the year ahead in terms of trading and freedom and motivation. So yeah, that wraps up the Astrofx myths.
Time for technicals. Let's go.
Well, guys, on to technicals. What I'm going to start with, I have to be quick because I have some Indian food waiting for me. So I'm just going to run over, first of all, Eurjpy. Eurjpy, at the end of last week's volume of Technical Tuesdays, we did in fact, let me just put it up on the screen, we did in fact look at Eurjpy and actually say this has got a few hundred, maybe 1 or 200 pips, I can't remember off the top of my head, to go a little bit lower. 127, again you can go back to view that. 127 was in fact hit, it was achieved 1 or 2 days later. The low on Euro yen so far, I think it's around 126.89, 126.90s, because so it did pierce through that barrier by 10 or 15 pips, which is great. Again, I would like to work on my target confluences overall. It's a progression that you always have to make as a trader, but yeah, that was great for me. 127, I was even saying 127 when it was at 135, so that's really good, because as you can see, price rebounded and pulled back from that level. When it did pull back from that level, we did in fact rebound and come up to the 129 level, where we've had 2 highs now, so that's enough for me to draw on my range. So Euro yen right now is in fact, you could say it's in an area of consolidation. That doesn't necessarily mean that overall downtrend's over, it just means that it's having a rest. So current setup on the 2-hour chart could have a potential trend line break to the downside. On the daily, however, still below the moving averages, and also next downside target from here is probably around 125, 124. A break of that maybe 120s also. So this overall uptrend, I do believe it's actually broken. Okay, I do believe this overall uptrend is broken, and we could potentially come a lot lower. But again, I'm not going to give some unrealistic expectations as to what's going to occur for the week ahead or the next 2 weeks. So that's it. I do reckon that Euro yen could in fact come a little bit lower, maybe make a new lower low, maybe see 126s, and maybe even this week. I'm not too sure. We'll just have to see how it goes, and just go by what the market and the price action provides for us, so we can think about it, put our confidences together, and just make a logical trade that makes sense. So that's Euro yen. I do believe that's going to go lower. Right. So on to gold. Right, gold, we broke through this triangle today. We had the Marubozu candle on the 4-hour, no wick on the bottom, lots of momentum running through it. I just had to pull up also my old gold. So here on the Everything Affects Trading View account, we've just been warming up on this. There's a few of us in control, and it's really going to start to get really active when Everything Affects is out, the website and so on. So XAU USD gold insight and technical standpoint weekly. This was posted 1 month ago, as you can see here. And on TradingView, you can publish your trading analysis and your viewpoints. So this was the technical standpoint on a weekly. Sure, okay. And you can see here, hanging man, lower high. Again, we're using simple price action methods, candlestick recognition, and so on, in order to determine the next directional bias for gold as well as currencies. Hanging man, lower high. So this was at 12.62, and gold will trade at 12.62. So if I just press the play button, load the new bars since then, it saves the before and gives me the aftershock, the current price. So the current price, as you can see, the green highlighted zones were targets. 11.83, 11.28/11.30, which I'm looking at now, and 10.72. I'll say 10.80s. I do believe gold's going to go a lot lower. I have many fundamental aspects, whole world economical aspects and technical aspects, which I've combined in order to get an overall value of gold in the upcoming future very soon, which I do believe is going to fall to around $700 to $800 per ounce. I'm going to keep that to myself because that's something I'm looking at, and then I'm looking at really buying physical gold bullion around them levels. So I'm not going to share that here, but gold near term, there's the 11.30. I do believe currently trading at 11.49s, 11.50s, about 200 pips to the downside. A break of that level, and then 10.80s. So again, I'm still short on gold. There's nothing really indicating a turnaround as of yet, but gold can, even though I have the long-term bias of 700, 800, it's not just going to go straight down. Now, this thing can flick up, a good few hundred pips or so. So be very careful if you like to dabble in gold. So yeah, from here it's now short straight down 11.30. So that's my bias on gold. Aussie dollar, the next one. Aussie dollar on the what's this one? It's the weekly chart. Aussie dollar on the weekly chart. Very, very relaxed downtrend for quite some time, just around 6 months or so from summer 2014. Fulfilled 2 Fibonacci levels, extension levels on the weekly chart, and now it's just been melting. I did think there was a potential for a stall. As you can see here, some spinning tops, indecision in the market, a little bit of a 50-50 equilibrium between the Australian dollar and the US dollar. However, we had another spinning top follow through with a Mariposa again, and then we broke the counter trend line, which was a daily counter trend line. I also have this, again, I'm always looking for targets. Target confluences are important because without a target, you don't know how long to stay in a trade for, you don't know when to take profit, and just overall, you don't know if you should let your trade run overall. So here on the Aussie now, 0.7450, 0.7500, 0.7500 just to be short is my next downside target. Maybe 0.7510, and maybe look at the trade and maybe close manually, because I've noticed on Aussie it really does like the psychological levels, the 0.0s, the 0.50s, etc. So again, if it does break this level, 0.74, 0.75, 0.72, and maybe even 0.7 overall, but it will break out of that weekly channel. We've got a nice confluence anyway for a target, and as you can see, I've just highlighted this Fibonacci. Let me just draw it on properly. Highlighted this fib just here, and again we've got a nice confluence around 7,450. Bounced down, new lower lows of the year, rally back up. Nothing too substantial, wasn't a range throughout February. Hit the 38.2, bearish engulfing, pulled that back down. Again, momentum just switched back around, and we had the shooting star break, crossover, back down, broke the counter trend line, retested it, and now it's a good chance of heading at 150 pips lower, if not more. But I'm just going to be out of the market at 0.7500. So that's the Aussie analysis at the moment. Okay, nice, clean, nice and simple. And last but not least, Gbp Jpy. Now, Gbp Jpy is something that I've never ever featured on any of the Technical Tuesday videos, simply because I don't trade it. However, from an influx of students coming in saying they've had experience with Gbp Jpy, can we analyse it? I've just had it up for a good few weeks now, and I've seen a good setup. Actually seen the setup 2 weeks ago with a student when it did come into the 61.8 retracement zone, which was here, which I'll go through in a moment. And then obviously it's pulled through because GBP USD has also seen some weakness alongside Euro Yen as well. I've got a great setup on USD JPY as well, a long-term setup, which I might go through next week. I did tweet about that as well. But currently on the GBP JPY, we made the new lower high. We stalled on around 176 support. If we just go to the daily chart as well, as you can see, pulled straight back. A little bit of a triple bottom here, pulled back, and look at the price action. You can just tell by the candles how it was struggling around the 61.8 area, spiking. They weren't full candles. It had boom, doji, and then we rolled over, broke through the trend line. We had a little bit of a follow through. This is a very volatile pair, and I do endorse precaution when trading this pair. So 178.86 currently trading at now. Next downside key level for this pair is 176. Oh no, did I just say no? 178.80. Sorry. Next downside level for this pair, 175.80 is 176. A break of that, which is highly expected, will lead us to 172. And that's all I'm going to say for now, because 172 to 178 is a decent amount of pips anyway. Just going to the 4-hour chart, as you can see, it's just hanging in no man's land at the moment. Okay, after rebounding from the 61.8. So I do think, guys, any GBP JPY traders out there, coming down 175 might have a little bit of bounce, but overall it's got a high probability chance of breaking 175 and then coming to 172. So again, I'm looking at going into some new pairs, some fresh pairs myself. Got Euro AUD. A nice setup on Euro AUD as well. So if I just come off here a second, so gold overall, here's 1208 when I did post this chart on Instagram, again for many people to follow for free. What else do we have? This is the GBP JPY analysed with a student the other day. Got the descending channel, the lower highs, came into resistance, came into a fib level, currently resting. The reason it's found support at the moment is we're resting on a trend line. break of that, we're coming straight down, straight for the cocktails at 172, 172.40s. And there's Astrofx on Instagram if you haven't yet followed us. And last but not least, I just want to pull up the Eurjpy before. So there's the Eurjpy official breakout. We broke the daily hanging man range, broke the channel boundary at 133.80s, 134s, and obviously you know where we are now because I've just gone over that. So hope you enjoyed that, guys. Time for me to eat. Very, very hungry. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll wrap back up on those pairs next week. Thank you very much.